Recording. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Clueless Trading Frank. Thank you for your patience. When I say 7, I'm fashionably late, New York style, 7:30. I do apologize. You know, I'm a pretty fit guy. I go for a 5-6 mile run. Somebody said, am I running for creditors? My response was, I don't have a mortgage, which I don't. And I paid off my son's tuition in a couple of months. Well, almost paid off the whole thing. And that's 4 years worth of tuition. So you go figure how much that is at a New York City university. All right? So end of story. Yes, he did have a couple of scholarships. And yes, he does get some beautiful grants because he's a smart kid. So even then, you go figure, called deductional logic, right? That's all that matters. Thank God for living in the USA. We have a quick roll call here. Mr. Mike Harrington, B. Badger.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, and Mike, I hope you're feeling a little bit better, my friend.
Yes. I'm on the mend though still.
I love that term, and we pray for you, and we make sure that you are very much on the mend. Okay, Mike?
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely, and I mean that. We have Sue. I have no idea who Sue is. Sue? Are you a new member, old member, canceled member? I'm just going to type in. We're going to start the whole. Sue, please. Okay, I just sent a text to Sue saying please identify yourself. We have K-Bot and we have Telos, right?
Yeah.
And we have House. We have House in the house. Okay, good.
Yeah, House is here.
Okay, good. House, can I hear your lovely voice?
I'm here, man.
There you go, boss. House is such a New York voice. I can't believe you're sitting somewhere out in California. You should move to New York. All right.
I'm from
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding around. All right. Good. So let's kick off. A couple of disclaimer statements. This session is purely for financial education, not for any solicitation or advice. That's pretty obvious. I don't advise. I suggest you pick up and you run with it, whatever you want to do with it. Tonight is July 11th, 2017, 7:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Session will be recorded. It's a free market update and stock update webinar. Will be available to all free members and anyone who wants to visit the Clueless Trading YouTube channel and learn the real news of what happens in the market, not the fake news. And please tell all your friends to go ahead and listen to my free video cast and stuff that's out there so they can enlighten themselves a little bit more. On that note, let's start up the session. So I'm going to put in a couple of quick words, and I'm going to leave most of the session, which I have to finish sometime, by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. California time, where I believe House and Telos is based. In beautiful San Francisco. And that's it. So here's my thing. I've been trading completely off my tactical charts, guys. All right. And I try to message that out through my real-time Twitter feed as much as possible. My overall directional bets on the market, long or short, mostly long, given the fact that we are in a pretty large-scale bull market, despite the fact that the majority are in denial that we're in a bull market. The fact is that without my tactical charts, I really wouldn't know where to put in the hard money and where to put in the soft money. Now, what does that mean? The hard money is where you have, let's say, for example, we're going to talk about trade management a little bit later, and I'm going to answer a whole bunch of questions that you guys have, because that's really what matters, how you guys are reacting and acting on my content that's being delivered on the real-time Twitter feed. Because I know pretty much what I'm doing, and even then it's difficult. And but the bottom line is that I do want to hear from you guys. So without my tactical charts and the levels and every single line that I draw with precision, with thought, not with randomness. There is no randomness in my service. It's always something technical. It's always where I feel that it's going to fall and move from and stuff like that. There's no randomness. It's not like I'm waking up some mornings, which I'm waking up a lot of mornings. Oh my God, I don't want to do this service. You know, I can just trade my frigging family trading book and do so much better, which I do. Why do I have to cater to so many people out there? But you guys are paying to play. So it's pay to play. So I have to stick to my job, which is produce content that you guys can act on. The problem is that many of you, for no fault of yours or some fault of yours, are not understanding what I'm putting across. But in most cases, you are understanding what I'm putting across, but you are not reacting to it as much, even within the capacity of what your trading capital is, primarily because of your emotions. The EQ, or the emotional quotient of a trading, and this is not some preaching or stuff going on, but that's the reality of what goes on. It happens with me too. Is so critical. And when you emotionally feel distraught because all of a sudden the Trump Jr. emails come out and he's having a big crush on that, Chinese, Russian lawyer who actually looks like one of my wife's best friend, and she's Russian too, by the way. And I actually sent her a text when they actually showed the picture of that Russian lawyer on the news, and I was like, oh my God, she looks just like you, and she just laughed. So the bottom line is that when all that stuff happens and you get this big spike, we're down 130 points from the top. From here to here was 130 points. And I'm saying, hey, levels have been posted. This is where we buy. Maybe sometimes some of you guys don't react. That's okay. But what's not okay is not understanding the overall pattern of what's going on, which is the longer term charts that I put through. Second note. This is a bull market. There's no question about it. There will be corrective movements. No question about it. Stocks will fall $10, $20, $30. Tesla, for example. No question about it. Should I have shorted the whole $30? Yes. Was I chicken not to do it? Absolutely. Because every single tactical level, they were basically buying the stock and then dropping it. So in trading and in life, you have to take a directional bet. So if you want to say, hey, listen, I'm going to buy the lows, then you're going to stick with it. If you're going to say, I'm going to short every single thing that moves, well, that's your prerogative. I cannot do that in this type of market. I'm not stupid. I'm reasonably smart. Still have about 3 brain cells left. And the bottom line is I would short anything that makes me money, I'll do. Period. So why am I not a hardcore shortist? Because this is not a shorting market. This is more of a buy the tactical dip market and make a lot of money doing it consistently. Do I get losses? Absolutely. The losses are generally in the on the future side, which is primarily the SPX and the RUT calls and stuff. But then I make them back up a lot. So all of you have to start thinking like that. How? And I'm going to convince people to be a disciplined tactician I just drew a line here, and look where it hit. Donald Trump Jr.'s back pocket, right there. Did I just make this up? I just joined the lines because this was the channel. Touch 1, touch 2, bingo. It touched good old Trump Jr. playing bad boy, having a big crush on the Russian lawyer, and wanting to have an extramarital Tinder affair. That's pretty much what it is. You're stupid. You don't put frigging emails out there saying, oh, I want to meet you because I want to get some derogatory information on Clinton. I mean, come on. So when it's that stupid, the market shrugs it off. Remember, smart people do things when you do not realize it. Okay? By now in life, you should know that. If somebody really wants to hurt you, he'll do it quietly, or she will do it quietly. Right? Like one of my old members today, you know, he's I still kept him connected. Great guy. You know, since day one that I started the service, followed me for 3 years on StockTwit. His wife cheated on him. Great. It happens all the time, I guess. All right? I'm not a cheater, so I wouldn't know. So the bottom line is, he's getting sued for 6 figures. She did it quietly. So people who are smart do it quietly. She was very smart. So when somebody in the political or economic arena does something really blatant, then they are stupid. So you have to go the other way. That's called behavioral game theory. Apply that in your life, you're going to be happy too. So before I'm going to finish my comments, because I do want to hear from you guys, is the fact that we're trading a very big fat channel. And when we are engaging the parameters of the channels up and down, we are making money. There is no guarantee what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after, what Yellen's going to say, like how's that, you know, or this and that. But if we know what the channel inflection points are, doesn't matter what size our accounts are, you can still react. We're going to talk about trade management a bit later on, so I'll save it for that. You can have a small account and still refresh the money that you need to trade on by not using all of it up in one go or in one hot stock that you are excited about, because stocks are not excited about you. What can I say? A long time ago, I used to do a lot of stupid things like many retail traders do. I was a quick learner, and I have lost a lot back then. So when I hear from people, oh, I lost $20,000 over the last 6 months and stuff, blah, 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 blah. It's not going to make me feel good, because I've lost maybe 10 times more than you have and made back 6 times more than that. So what can I say? That I should feel sorry for you? No. You need to get your grit, pull your pants up, your skirts up, and attack the market on a tactical basis. Nobody taught me what I teach people. Nobody. I don't think anybody out there really teaches the way I do anyway. I listened to one of my old neighbors. I'm sure some of you know him, Scott Redler, T3 Live. You guys know T3 Live? Yes, no?
No.
They're big. They're big. They're a New York, based trading firm. Scott Redler is a very smart guy. But they're traditional technical guys. He was on CNBC, on that ones where they all sit around. What's it called? The one after the market. I forget. The trader chat, like they talk charts and stuff.
Fast money.
Fast money. Thank you very much. Thank you, K-Bot. So Scott Redler was on, and I heard him talk about the NASDAQ and Amazon and stuff. And he made some sense. But nobody makes nobody talks about the real dynamics of what really happens. They're talking broader paintbrushes. Okay? They're talking, oh, yes, it's going to go like this and this. We're making money on every single move, almost every single move, on what is happening with the volatility. They're all saying There is no volatility in the market, really. Now, if you want to really understand fake news, when you hear some big shot out there on the media saying, oh, there is no volatility, the VIX is at 10, it never moves. They're a bunch of liars, because the VIX between that 9, 10, 11, 12 move, okay, and you guys are a living testament to that. Is there no volatility? Do we not see volatility here as we speak? 1 second. This is not volatility? And going up here, this is not volatility? Come on. Is this a linear market where the VIX is at 10 and we're just simply climbing higher? That used to be the case, ladies and gentlemen, because I've been around, so I know it. Back in the old days, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, or earlier than that, you did not have this type of tactical volatility because you didn't have the advent of a nanosecond high-frequency trading computer. I don't know when some of you guys upgraded your computers or laptops, but now you can get something that runs at a clock speed of more than 4 gigahertz a second. You know what that means, right? Blazingly fast. You don't have SSD drives. Everyone know what an SSD is, right? And if you don't, then please say, I don't know what SSD is, because I need to teach you a term that is so relevant to the reality that we live in. What is an SSD? Everyone know what an HDD is? Computer terms. You guys do use computers, so, tell me. Do you know what a hard drive is?
Yeah, so SSD is a solid state drive. I forgot what HDD is.
HDD is the older version, grandpa's market. A hard drive. Oh, who is the one who's speaking?
It's Delos.
Okay, you should know. You have a lot of brains. People from your part of the world, from India, have basically created a whole bunch of technology that Microsoft, Amazon, Google runs on. Google is run by one of your cousins. Yes or no?
Yeah, it's true, but I'm Punjabi, so we drink more often than play with tech.
Yeah, well, that's okay. And stop listening to the bad songs out there, okay? The bottom line is SSD is basically solid state drives, right? So they're known as flash drives. Anyone uses a Mac, an Apple Mac, which I don't even know how to. I mean, I do know, but I don't really use it. Anyone use an Apple MacBook or a Mac? This is all relevant to trading, so I'm not like wasting your time. To trust me. Anyone use a Mac?
Yeah, I have a Mac.
Okay, so Macs, and I have SSD drives in all my PCs. I'm a PC guy, which means I'm very politically correct. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm politically very incorrect. So the bottom line is a flash drive is an SSD drive. That's what the information basically, it's a solid state drive. So when you're pinging, when you're moving your mouse over and trying to retrieve information, it's happening at blazing speed versus slower speed here. Well, the markets are on flash drive. The markets, the reason why we do this, and we do this, and we do this, and we do this, and this, is because it is being moved by, you know what I'm going to say, the algorithmic high-frequency trading computers, black boxes, which are moving in complete nanoseconds. Please feel free to read the few articles I have on my website on algorithmic trading. In fact, I'm going to put some new ones on there. Don't take this lightly. The reason why my charts are not precisely correct every 15 minutes, but correct 90% of the time on a swing trade is because of volatility. The volatility is created by massive hedge funds trading with you or against you. Guys, get that through your frigging heads. When I say Tesla is going to go to 329, it's at 328 after hours, if not more, from 303. But did it go up in a straight line? No. So one second. This looks like a friggin' weather chart. Hold on. Let me pull this down. Bingo. So what did I post? I'm going to open up for Q&A because I'm going to stop ranting. Okay. So what did I post? I posted this chart with arrows. I'm not even touching anything, guys. No touch. Okay. This chart was showed several times. Where did Tesla exactly hit? Right in that no-go red zone, the North Korean border. Okay. You know, anyone know what the DMZ zone is in South Korea? Between South and North Korea? What is the DMZ zone? All relevant to trading, guys. I'm not going to hold anyone on anything. What is the DMZ zone? And stop Googling what it means.
The 17th.
Demilitarize.
I'm sorry? Mary, was that you? What did you say?
Well, I thought you wanted to know what demilitarize.
Yeah, so DMZ is a demilitarized zone, correct? And thank you for enlightening everyone about that. You're dead right. So this is the demilitarized DMZ zone. What happens in the DMZ zone when you get there? You get shot. What did Tesla do as per my chart? It hit the upper end of DMZ, didn't cross the border into North Korea, and then created a massive reversal hammer right there, followed through with a very bullish candle, which is hitting right now the macro range breakout. Is that clear with everyone? I mean, I can't be any more clear with my markings. I even put a big macro range breakout level with a green line here, and that is exactly where we are at. Generally, that's an expansion candle, which should go higher, and I've even drawn some downtrend channels, which means that we could possibly get to what's 338. And of course, my other charts show a 50-day moving average at 339. I want you guys to ask me questions tonight because I need to know what goes on through your heads when you look at these things. Because to me, they're as clear as day. And I don't expect everyone to think the same way because I'm basically a trading clueless idiot. And maybe I see things like a little bit more simple because I look at my charts. I look at this like a major crossover on a daily chart. And then you have to ask like where the stock is going. Do you think Tesla is all of a sudden going to crash and burn and get into the AMZ zone into North Korea and get shot? Yeah, it can happen. A couple of Teslas will blow up tonight in my neighborhood. Some of these guys are big into hybrid cars. They have the Tesla, whatever, all models there. One guy's a big shot. He owns like a lot of taxi cabs, which are all hybrid cars in New York City. I see him with a different color Tesla almost every month. Anything can happen. But looking at what is going on, it's a low probability that's going to happen. Look at that, a clear touch off the upper end of this buffer zone with a blue arrow. Don't you think you should put a lot of money into it? I have nothing to say because I can't control what you think or what you do with your trades. But that's where the big money's made. Is the big money finished on this move? No. It's a second candle move. I even put it out there. It's a 3-candle move. There's going to be one more candle that, ladies and gentlemen, will hit here where this downtrend line is. And I can always shift the downtrend line a little bit more here. Whichever the case, it's going to be somewhere in the 338, 339 area, which on my other charts, as you all know, is the 50-day moving average. And if you haven't bothered looking, well, then he shouldn't be trading. Trading is about details. Trading is about looking carefully at the levels that you want to trade to. Not about, oh my God, I missed the trade, it's going higher, blah, blah, blah. I hear that from a lot of people. Yeah, you want to be a trader like that, then fine, then why are you at Clueless Trading? I'm here for mental calibration to teach what I have learned over the years. The hard way. I was a quick learner because I'm aggressive. I'm hungry. I don't have paycheck written to me by anybody else. I used to be till late 2010 on Wall Street. I used to appease my bosses. I was my own boss on my team. Made a lot of money. I said, I want to do this on my own. I make more than I did on Wall Street. And I thank God for it every day and thank the country for it every day. Because independence, because you're smart and you have guts to do things, you write your own paychecks. You take your own deductions. No one tells you, oh, I'm going to take so much from your taxes. So guys, time to wake up a little bit, okay? If you really want to do this. There's a big gap fill here. That's at 350. Is it possible? Sure, it's possible. Somebody will say, oh, another tweet from Elon Musk. I don't give a flying, F what. I am looking at my charts. Do I even care about what tweets he puts out? Does it help me if he does put out a positive tweet? Absolutely. Just the way some guy out there feels very good because every time, Trump's tweeting out things, and I'm a big Republican supporter. I'm a big supporter of the Trump presidency. I hate his stupid tweets. Okay? Period. And if somebody calls me anything else, well, I'll hit them hard. Harder than Trump ever does. All right? So the bottom line is there is a pattern going on here. Now, what's going to happen is when we hit that let's say between 340, 350 level, you're going to see a lot of excitement. Oh my God, Tesla's really going higher. Yes, it could be a continuation pattern. But in my opinion, Tesla was technically damaged, is still technically damaged, okay, from a chart standpoint. So anybody getting too excited at that 350 level, whatever, which you can assure you, mark my words, what I say normally shows up in the media in about 3 to 5 days. And you know it. I talked about algos for 2 years. Now all you hear on the CNBC, and all of you can attest to it, they talk, oh, algorithmic programs did this, algos did this, algos did that. Even Art Cashin, the biggest Papa Bear in the world, says, oh, algos actually caused this, but there's no real technical damage, blah, blah, blah. Remember, it's the media. That's why it's after the fact. News, well, like we used to say in Wall Street back in the 80s, we create the news. And then by the time you hear in the news, it's too late. Well, it's the same story with trading. So by the time they get here, they're all going to be excited. And my opinion is that the stock's going to fall and it's going to lose about 25 points. And then if it does want to go up, it's going to move really fast and furious up towards this level here, which is around the 371, 376 level. That's just one scenario. And I think I'm going to be right. Is it possible Tesla from this level that we're at right now, which is right here, very bullish, technically speaking, and like I said, the third candle is going to be either here or it's going to further fill the gap. It all depends on how much of the short position is still being put on. Tesla's short position is always above 20%. Okay? That's a big short position for a multi-billion-dollar company. Can anyone tell me what Tesla's market valuation is, roughly? And I'll be the first one to admit that I have an idea, but not an exact idea. But I just looked it up on my other screen. Take a wild guess what Tesla's market valuation is. And while you think about it, I'll be back in exactly 20 seconds. ladies and gentlemen, if anyone's awake, any responses to my question on Tesla's valuation?
$52 billion.
Yes, that is correct. Very correct, Mr. Badger. It's 53, as of today, it's $53.8 billion. So the fact is, when Tesla falls,
$1 billion between friends.
what was that?
What's $1 billion between friends?
Well, if I liked you, then that's a different story. Just kidding. That's a great statement. Thank you, Mike. Yes, you're absolutely correct. What's $800 billion between friends? Okay, so the bottom line is that when we're talking about Tesla's valuation, we're not trading the valuation, we're trading the actual charts. And when a stock falls 20%, what was the drop on Tesla? I need to put this on my $5 calculator, as I like to say it. We dropped from 390 roughly, which I predicted the stock was going to go to a low where we identified and bought of what, 303, right? 303. Let me see here. So we are looking at, yeah, somewhere around 303. So 303. So we lost 87 points on 387. We lost 22%. I don't know if you guys have an idea. Okay? If you lose 22% of your net worth of a multi-billion-dollar company, you're going to have a reflex bounce. And I don't give a frigging you-know-what about Teslas. I wouldn't buy a Tesla even if you paid me. You lose 22% on a stock value. Don't you think you can bounce 10%? That's it. It's standard technicals. Like Ulta Beauty has fallen huge. Nobody wants to touch it. I'm buying the cheap calls right, left, and center. It is going to have a $10, $20 bounce within the next couple of days, and that's when all the lemmings are going to come in. You think Ulta Beauty is finished? My wife doesn't care. She's not that much to makeup and stuff. She's naturally beautiful. There are people begging at Ulta Beauty stores. Wake up, guys. Try to understand what happened. A 22% drop on the stock. You are going to get at least 50% Fibonacci retracement, which is 11%. So do 303, very simple, plus 11%. It's 336. Whoa, bingo. Where is 336? Where is 336? Exactly where I showed. Right there. On this channel. Somewhere here is 336. And if we do blow out of this downtrend channel, because remember, these channels are not drawn for fun. That's where the big money algos operate. You break out of 336, you're going to move to 340, 348, 350 real fast. And all you're going to hear from the atypical retail trader, which I used to be. It's almost like an AA meeting, right? I used to drink, now I don't drink. Well, you used to be a stupid emotional trader. Time for you to change the mechanics in your brain. You're going to see trades fly by you, which many of you do. And say, oh shit, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. Stop saying you wish you were there. Be in it. I don't give a frigging, you know what, if you have 1 call, 2 calls, 3 calls, 4 calls. Or if you have 10 shares or 20 shares or 30 shares, be in that trade. That's how it's going to change you as a trader. Paper trading is not going to change you as a trader. Remorse and regret is not going to change you as a trader. What's going to change you as a trader to be in the game? Win or lose, you have to be in the game. That's why I say do the earnings trades. Buy 1 share, 1 contract. I did Nike. It was up 600%. And the ones from yesterday, Vox, I did the shares. I was down $1.50. And CUDA, Barracuda Network, which I expected to be higher, I bought the calls at the bottom. I was almost flat by the end of the day. And Pepsi was higher by $1.50 and then ended the day 52 cents. I was in the game. I tell one of my old members, no, I won't name names, stop overloading in one thing like it's going out of business. Like, oh my God, I got to get in there before it goes. It's called FOMO. You know what FOMO is? What is FOMO? This is what emotional traders do all the time. What is FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Thank you very much. Kill this. And the fear of losing. Fear of losing. Kill it. Play the levels. I'm showing charts which are incredible. They are. Am I completely capitalizing on every one of them? Well, not completely, but I'm there almost. I'm not kidding around with that type of performance and charts that I'm showing, and levels that I'm showing, buying the bottoms. I should be making a heck of a lot more than I'm making. Am I frustrated about it? Yes. Am I regretting anything? No, because I'm in there. Yes, I'm selling a little bit early, getting in there, but I'm there. What are some of you doing? SOA, making excuses, oh, I'm waiting for the dip. Yeah, they're waiting for the dip. Great. When the dip comes, you're not even close to it. That's what retail traders do all the time. When the dip comes, and I'm just showing Tesla as an example. There's so many other cases. When the dip comes, you're nowhere in sight. You're sitting somewhere in the North Korean dictator's lap saying, maybe I should buy here. These are major levels. This big fat green line wasn't drawn because of fun. This is a major breakout level. You can see that. Put an arrow there. Tesla might be down here. Tesla might be a $200 stock in 2 months. Who the F cares? We'll be trading it. But at least from here, you get a sizable bounce. We never entered the DMZ zone. Look here. Look here. Is it that difficult? It's not difficult what you're looking at. What's difficult is you as a person reacting. I know it. And now when this happens, some of you, many of you did participate. I'm very proud of you guys. Are like, oh my God, is it too high? Well, technically it's not. Will there be a news blast like, oh my God, you know, Elon croaked and, you know, he cheated and slept with, you know, somebody else? Well, he's changed wives a lot, so it doesn't really matter. Well, he was in bed with Putin. That'll do it. Tesla will be down $200. Okay? All kidding aside, we got to focus on technical. The news is always going to be there. But the big money is obviously short covering here on that reversal candle. Hammer reversal exactly off here. Man, that's big. That's big. Now, is it anything wrong taking staggered profits? No. But you got to stay long the trade. And then this big fat candle, and like I said, I believe in the 3 candle move. I don't believe in it, but that's what's worked for me. And the 3 candle move comes to somewhere around 339, 336 to 340. End the story. Maybe this channel is a real serious channel. Maybe it hits here and falls hard to the bottom of the channel. It can happen. That's what tactical trading is all about. It's not that hard, guys. Just got to do it, okay? And I don't really care. Do it with 1 share, 1 option. Just don't sit there and do nothing. Make yourself proud. Make your wife, partner, whatever, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't care, proud, okay? Doing what you're doing. Stop being a loser and just looking at things. On that note, I shall entertain questions, and Tesla again. Let me get Tesla out of my face. Okay. Let me entertain questions. Any questions? Feel free.
This is MW.
And I know all of you have questions. Mary, please go ahead, ma'am.
Could you talk about the 3-candle move?
Okay. Generally speaking, when you see a big move of a climactic bottom, which in the case was Tesla, right? And the market, in many cases, you get a big fat 3-candle move. So the meaning of the 3-candle move, you can see here, which occurred on, let me put the date here, of a very large drop in the market, which I did identify as a tactical low on the 6th of July. And then a double bottom right here, Mary, if you can see it. I'm going to zoom in. There you go. Okay. And a double bottom after flattening out on the 7th of July. This is what a 3-candle moves. The first candle, Mary, that you see, this you'll see in a lot of stocks too. And I believe that we'll be seeing a 3-candle move on Ulta Beauty very soon. And a 3-candle move generally is a large candle right off, which actually culminated in a big move up here, then pulled back a little bit. But that first candle is a short squeeze. I mean, a short covering move. In other words, the people who shorted there's always some people in the know. That's one thing I know about Wall Street. There's always somebody in the know. Ever think why the Trump news came out approximately 12 or 1 p.m. and then the markets collapsed, right? And I said, hey, we got to buy down here. And what was the news that came right here? Anyone remember? I posted it.
The Feds?
I didn't post anything about the Feds, about the next move that came. I said very positive for the markets after the Trump thing. That's why, and that's a good thing that you said. This just shows that none of you are really focusing. I know some of you are. It's not that hard. Some other big
Congress is...
Yes, exactly. The Senate.
Congress delays.
Yes, yeah. The Senate delays. The August recess. Okay? I know the political game theory aspect of it. I don't need to work in Washington. Somebody please mute the microphone. It's a lot of noise coming through. Thank you. So, yes, the Senate delays the August recess. I don't like writing long blogs. I put small statements in. Market positive, very positive for healthcare and tax reform. That's a big statement the Senate made, that they are going to get this done. I want the Trump business initiatives to work. I don't care about his tweets. I don't care about whether Trump Jr. has a crush on a Russian lawyer who looks like my wife's best friend. I don't care about all that hoot. I don't care about Putin. I care about the Trump presidency. I care that he survives. I care, and he survives the right way, not the stupid way. And I care that his business initiatives, which are great for America, works. And all the other stupidity is not going to work. So, isn't it funny? Like, you get this massive reversal, which I said, it's a nothing burger. His son can be in the fall guy. Said, oh, I didn't know, I'm so stupid. He looks stupid anyway, if you ask me. I've actually met him a couple of times when I used to work on Wall Street. Okay? When Trump was married to his second wife. So the bottom line is it doesn't matter. The markets reacted, fine. Then right after that, the thing that matters to the markets is what is happening with the U.S. economy, not what is happening in Trump's bedroom or Trump Jr.'s bedroom, whether he's having an extramarital affair, whether he likes some Russian lawyer. No one cares. So it's a nothing burger. It doesn't matter. So back to the 3-candle move. And we're going to get a 3-candle move here too. Right up here till 2432. And I, like I said, well, 24.31 is basically around 24.35 in the SPX. But going back to Mary's initial question, a very good question. The first move is a short squeeze. The second move is the follow through. The third move is profit taking. Little bit. Now, that little red candle that you see, Mary and everyone, is as long as it's an inside candle. What does an inside candle mean? Just like an inside day. It means that the body of this candle, which is billions of dollars pouring in, okay, between short squeezes and real buys. And we are normally buying right here, as you all know by now. And you should be participating too, okay? Big move. Big money. SPX calls go up 60, 70%. Then you get this profit taking, only natural, generally within 30 to 45 minutes. And as long as the body of this candle doesn't eclipse and come down below this lower end of the second candle, we are A-okay. And even if it does fall, it creates a double bottom, you're still okay. But if you're stupid enough not to take profits, or at least a bunch of profits on the length of the second candle, and you're up 60, 70%, let's say you buy something at $2 and it's up to $3, almost $4, and you're like, la-di-da, I'm not going to take any profits, then you're really being stupid. What can I say? Then you, as long as the body of this candle, that's why I'm always so active in alerting people. My charts are not put out there so you can have a quick look and say, I'm going to just go have a nice cup of tea or a coffee. This is money. You have to be hungry for what you're doing. If you're not hungry, don't be a trader. God has blessed me with a lot of good things in life. Let's just put it this way. I work for every penny of it. I'm still hungry. You guys are not hungry, don't be trading. Please, don't be investing. America is about hunger. Not like trailer park, like I don't want to work, so I'm going to be hungry and get welfare crap. We have to be hungry. Capitalism is about being hungry. Hungry to do better, to do more for your family, to yourself, to donate more, to devote your life to something that you love. And the only way you can devote your life to something that you love, helping whatever charity that you like, is when you have shitloads of money, not when you don't have anything in your pocket. So be hungry in trading, okay? Let me go back. Let me finish. Don't interrupt. So bottom line is, this is the second candle. As long as the third candle doesn't engulf the second candle, you're good to go. And that good to go is this third candle move. By that time, you should be selling a good bunch of your profits. Reevaluate, keep a little bit in there. There'll be a retraction. This could come down a little bit more. It didn't. And then you get that move here, which is the most dangerous part to buy. Because right there, they will basically hit those resistance levels that I keep on showing, and then you get that retraction. All robotic. You can see it's very like Lego-like. That's all institutional selling or algorithmic selling. And then you get this move, and then the rest of the stuff happens. So Mary, that's a 3-candle move. 1, 2, 3. Did you get it?
Yes, great, Frank. Thank you.
Okay. Question, whoever was asking. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, for the follow-up, for the 3-candle move, you always look at the 1-hour chart as opposed to like 15-minute or 45-minute.
I generally look at the 1-hour chart. I'm always scanning a whole lot of charts. A damn good question, Brian. It's Brian, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I still know your voice, buddy. Just kidding. But the thing is, yes, I look at the 1-hour chart because it cuts out a lot of noise. Now, you don't get 3-candle moves. Here's the thing that you all have to know. Please write it down. You get these type of big volatility moves on high beta moves. You don't get a 3-candle type of move over a 15, 20, 30-minute period on Bank of America. Do you get it? Every trade, let me write this down. Every stock has a different characteristic. High beta momentum stocks are all about candles. Slow-moving swing stocks are all about looking at the overall 1-hour, 4-hour daily. as I do with many biotechs. You don't see me trading biotechs like a nut, like other than Regeneron or something like that. Do you see me trading Puma Biotech or Clovis like every 10 minutes? No. So every stock, ladies and gentlemen, has a different, I'm going to put diff, character. Now, if every stock has a different character, what else has a different character that we trade of that type of stock? I know.
The option.
Thank you. Exactly. The options. Some options have a higher theta, gamma, delta, you name it. Look, I've always said, I'm not an options genius. I know the directional bias on an option better than anyone else out there. But I do know something called elasticity. Okay? And that is how the price of that option moves with the price of the stock. How many times have you guys been with me on certain biotech stocks? The stock's up $3, $4, $5, and the frigging options are not even up 50 cents, 60 cents. Yes or no? Right? Some of you have done that with me. And then when it really moves, boom, it's up 200%. But in the meantime, they're all mismatched. The spread is half a mile wide. You're trying to buy, the spread is maybe $3 to like $6. And it's really, really, really annoying. Right? We got to live with it. But when it comes to very liquid stocks like Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Priceline, Priceline still has spreads. Netflix, Alibaba, they're beautiful. SPX and RUT, IWM, SPY don't have any spreads. You can buy them right there at the ask. Sell them at the bid. Okay? But you try to buy RUT, you always get a spread. Yes or no? Nope. Yes? No? Are we still connected?
Yes, you get a big one. A big spread.
You get a big spread. Exactly. So you got to play in between the middle. So every stock has a different character. Just the way every person has a different character. I always equate trading to kind of our daily lives. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it is true. Trading will teach you more about yourself than you'll ever know about yourself. So options have a different characteristic. So what I look at is, in many cases, on the swing trades, I don't bother about whether I'm getting the exact price. I'm never going to get the exact price because, no offense, man, excuse my French, the bastards who control the options markets in the CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange, and the Philadelphia Options Exchange, and other option exchanges that your order is being rerouted to, on certain biotechs and more illiquid type of options, will never give you the right price. So you got to get in the middle and sit there. But the liquid ones, I look at elasticity. Elasticity is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. It is how the price of a stock moves up or down versus the option. Apple is actually the best. For every 10-cent move, you get a 10-cent move on the option if you're buying at the money or close to the money. But then you have to buy a lot of these calls on or puts on Apple because they don't move much. Can somebody tell me what was the highest? This is one thing I look at too. Trade management. Trade management. What is the highest? Remember, the numbers on a stock don't really matter that much when it comes to options. It's a percentage move, right? So let's talk about this for a second. What was the highest percentage moving tech stock today? Percentage moving, not dollar moving. Dollar moving was well, I'm going to let it out. What was the biggest percentage mover on the NASDAQ tech arena, which sucked in all the money today? The biotechs pretty much did nothing. They're like, we're going to sit out for a day before the hedge funds come in tomorrow and blast it up higher. What was the highest percentage mover on the technology side? Somebody please respond. Telos? Brian? K-Bot? Chase?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would guess Netflix.
Take a guess. Take a guess. You know, K-Bot, you know one thing I love about you? You always attempt. Yeah, you're close. It was third. I like people who stand up and attempt. Don't stay quiet. Seriously. Life is going to pass by, man. We're going to be dead. We can be dead any time, right? Enjoy what's in front of you. Thank God for every day. Frigging answer when I ask. Okay? Please.
I think it's Tesla.
Thank you. And who said that?
Sue.
Sue, are you still a member?
Yeah, I'm still a member.
I do apologize for asking that because because I don't, you know, my back office sends me these reports every week, and somebody said they cancel. I said, okay, you know, wasn't sure, but Sue, we don't hear from you too often, so I'm so happy to hear your voice. You know?
Yeah, I'm still around.
Well, you should be, and quietly, you know, do what is necessary and do the right thing. I'm glad that you hear the voice. You're absolutely correct. Tesla was not only, this is very odd, not only was the biggest numerical gainer, which is price-wise, it was up $12, but it was up 3.72%. Ladies and gentlemen, a simple trick to the business. If a stock is up more than 2%, especially a stock more than $100, $200 price, buy the crap out of it. How about that? Forget tactical and all this garbage that I put through. Just buy it. Any stock that is more than $100 to $200, it's up more than 2% or 3%, buy it. What was the next one that was percentage-wise close to Tesla? Well, K-Bot got the answer, 1.21% on Netflix. Alibaba, one of my best alerts, up 2.09%. I'm sorry, 1.45%. Now, here's the problem. Not problem, but Alibaba calls don't move that fast, right? Yes or no? All of you know when calls move, you know, when they move and you have, let's say, 6, 7, 8, 9 calls and you're up like 600, 700, 800, 900. If you have 20 calls, talking 3,000, 4,000. You see the money print. So every stock has a different characteristic. Goldman Sachs calls has some of the best elasticity. By now you know what I mean, which means for every not 1 cent, 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents move, it moves. What is the other bank stock that moves like that? When I alerted and it's a small lotto stock and it just goes nuts on the bank side. And
Bank of America.
Thank you very much. Bank of America. Buy the calls at 6 cents. We sold it at how much? 2 weeks ago? Almost 90 cents? How much can you buy with 6 cents? A heck of a lot if you stop eating those burgers. So, you learn all this stuff, but you have the passion for learning. Have the hunger. Have the desire to do it. This game is not easy. I'm teaching it very methodically, and it's up to you how you want to do it. Now, I will answer more questions aside from Mary. Sue, go ahead and ask me a question.
Yes. Oh, I sort of missed your beginning. So your target.
Okay, so forget my target. Tell me a stock that you would like to make you you know, make you a lot of money. And you just ask a question on what you want me to look at.
I wanted to look at the semiconductor, the index,
Oh, the SMH?
or the 3 times found, SOXL.
Okay, SXL. I don't normally change the SMH. I do it in the variance of stocks. So what you're looking at here, a beautiful chart of NVIDIA. You see how the breakout's happening, right?
Uh-huh.
See that? Which was a huge money maker for us, continuing to make a money maker for us till about 160 before it pulls back a little bit, before it goes to 175. I believe NVIDIA, which is a direct correlation with SMH and SOX, the semiconductor index, which many of you might not know. Okay? This is the representation of it. It will hit a cup. This is a cup. It's going to create a small handle, and then it's going to rip. This is a $200 stock. So your SMH, but the problem with the SMH is that you still have a lot of old companies in there, like Intel and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of pull it down. So let's take a look at the SMH. And I'm going to make this bigger. And the SOX. Remember, instead of just playing the index, you can always play the individual stocks. But it's always good to play the index too. So that's a very good question, Sue. This, on the daily, to me, is beautiful. Why? Let me go technically. Forget the volume, all buying from the bottom. The bottom on the SMH was $80.82. Do you normally buy the calls on the SMH, or do you buy the actual index?
No, I buy the 3 times found, the SOXL, the 3 found. The
three times ETF. Excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You see, everyone's learning something from Sue here. So I appreciate that. So bottom line is, this to me is very positive. Right now, you have crossed over the 50-day moving average. Okay? You're attacking the 34. What else is attacking the 34-day moving average that I mentioned earlier today on my post?
The Qs.
Don't answer, Sue. I want to ask other people. I posted it very clearly that something that we trade all the time is attacking, I said attempting to break out over the 34-day moving average after retesting the 50-day moving average. What index was that we're making money on? Somebody else, please? No? Okay.
The Russell?
I'm sorry, what?
The Russell 2000?
Listen, don't take just wild hits at it. You know, just say, you know, no, I never said the Russell 2000 was hitting that. I will put it right here. This was 5 hours ago. My only request is, I know you guys are busy and stuff. I'm sure you guys have more busier jobs than me. No, nobody has a busier job than me. I'm working literally 24/7, okay? And I love it. I'm grateful for it. So nobody can say, oh, I'm so busy, I didn't get a chance to look. Well, that's garbage. If you don't have time to look, then look at the end of the day. I put this out. Please read with your own eyes. Okay, what time did I put this out? 3:56 p.m. All you have to do is look at my charts. Not the first time I put it. So I have no complaints against all my fantastic members and traders. But for God's sakes, try to be a little bit like I do. Absorb things, all right? You'll be a lot more richer and happier. SPX-ES futures attempting breakout over daily 34-day SMA, 24, 26, 48, hammer reversal of retest 50-day SMA. Now, is this Chinese or Swahili or Bengali? No. Here's your 50-day reversal hammer off the 50-day. Look at it on a big screen. You'll see the charts bigger. Okay? Look at it on your own screen, for God's sakes. Here's your orange line, 34-day. Attempting breakout over daily 34-day. You attempt a breakout over the 34 and the blue line, which is the 20-day moving average. That's when you get the 300% type of returns. Most of you don't enjoy that because you're not there. So I highly suggest be there. The only time you can be there to enjoy those type of gains is to buy on those Trump Jr. tactical reversal levels, not waiting for the perfect moment and not bothering looking at my helpful charts. Think about what I'm doing here. And I say it in a nice way. I'm spending 8:44 evening, pretty warm evening in New York City, trying to push you guys, ladies and gentlemen, towards making more money. That's really what it's all about. This is not Trump University where, oh, I'm going to make you rich if you put $5,000 taking my courses. Okay? This is Clueless Day Trading. You're hearing from a live person who's not reading from a script or a teleprompter, who's telling you guys to wake up a little bit and just focus on the details and make more money for yourself. I have no more comment. So it's already there. So don't take like attempts and grabs. Oh, did you mean it about, I don't mean it the wrong way. Don't take it the wrong way either. Okay? I'm a coach. I'm not here to make you feel good about how many stupid things you do in your game or in this game of trading. I'm here to tell you what you're doing wrong. So how you could peak, how you could reach your peak performance or get close to it. So don't expect me to be nice. I am nice, actually. That's it. That's a beautiful chart, Sue. And I believe that this SMH is going to revolve itself just the way the like I've shown on the SPX. I said 2440. SMH is basically going to approximately about 86.77. Now, what is the SOXL?
Yeah, XO.
I got it. See? I'm learning something new. Thank you for telling me. See, I didn't know this. Exactly the same chart, Sue, right?
So yeah, exactly. But this is a big, fast mover.
Of course, of course. I'm just saying pattern-wise, from a pattern standpoint. So here is what we're looking at. Now, let me teach you something very clearly, and hopefully everyone else will learn from that. Is you have let me get this. So Sue, look at this. What's the number here? Round it off. It's roughly 78, correct?
Yeah.
What is the upper resistance, which is very important? 98. Okay, that's how many points?
What is it? Points?
Yeah.
That is
20. What is the depth of this cup? I mean, yeah. What is the depth of this cup?
The depth from 113.
No. 78, 98. What is the depth of this cup?
Oh yeah, 20.
Thank you.
That's 20.
So if we do get a massive breakout, okay, from 98 to 20, what is 98 to 20? 98 plus 20.
120, approximately.
No, more like 118, right?
118, yes.
Yeah, so 98 plus 20 is 118. You're going to be looking at approximately, and I'll show you technically how it works, right here. Now, this, in the old days when we didn't have computers running the market, Sue, in the old days, one of the biggest, all those big technical analysts, Ralph Acampora, there's a lady called Louis Yamada. She's very stylish, she's very rich, she's very smart, and she's probably 90 years old, okay? No, she's not. She's probably like, I don't know. I can't tell how old she is. She's probably 80 or 70 plus. Very smart. This was called the range breakout. We see that in stocks all the time, the range breakout. When you have a range breakout and you want to stick with that trade, generally speaking, you look at the depth of the range, in this case plus 20, and add it to the breakout on that range one way or the other. over a period of time, not maybe in the next 5 or 6 days, but maybe in a couple of weeks, it will get to that 118 level. Now, in order for that to happen, you need the NVIDIA to get to 170. The Imperva, IMPV, another major semiconductor company, to get up like 10-15%. What is the other big semiconductor company that we trade aside from NVIDIA?
I don't know, MU or AMD?
I never trade MU. Focus. I know MU's been a fantastic winner for many people. I don't trade MU. It's too much of a retail trader favorite. I don't trade it. I trade, which is the other one? Avago, which is Broadcom. Okay? Avago, NVIDIA. That's all you need on the semiconductor side. They're the two biggest components of the SMH, aside from Intel and stuff, which I don't trade. Why don't I trade Intel and IBM? Because in my opinion, and I know quite a bit about technology, these are legacy companies. They're old. I don't like old. I like the new. Get it?
Yeah.
Exactly. So in answer to your question, we could get a new high on the SMH if we get the big boys on the semiconductor index, which is pretty much, which is the component of the directional trust semiconductor bull, 3 times SH. I kind of knew about this, but thank you for reminding me, Sue. It's going to get there. Now, if it doesn't, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is it's going to hit here, that 98 level, and then it's going to pull back, and hopefully the pullback will be contained at around the 93 level, which is the 34-day moving average. See the orange line, Sue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So I rely on these technicals to see what's going on. Now, if I look at the basic internals, which is very important to tell us what's going to happen, this is looking beautiful. Which way is this heading? You don't need to know anything about technical. This is heading higher. So unless it gets up to these levels, and then it can move sideways like it did here. And look what happened here. It kept on going. This is when NVIDIA was going nuts. So is it possible that it can go up here and keep on moving sideways? So that means it can move up here, break out, and move sideways before it makes a move up? Absolutely. I believe that the semiconductor companies, the specialized ones, NVIDIA especially, because I know a lot about the company. I don't care how the stock moves that much. Yes, I do care because it makes us money. But the technology is getting out there. Artificial intelligence, what more can you say? All into the automotive driverless cars, fantastic. They could even get bought out. And if they get bought out, it's not going to be at 140. 156. It's going to be around $250 or $230. I've been on Wall Street. I know what buyout premiums are. Significantly higher for high growth companies. Okay, next question from someone else. A very intelligent question, so thank you for asking. Anyone? No one cares about any stock that they're in and they think it wants to go higher, or no? None? Now, newbie123, what is, I know that handle. What's your name? I love the silence. Can everyone hear me? K-Bot, any questions?
Go ahead. He typed it in.
Huh?
He typed it in.
Oh, I didn't see that because it is stuck in here. Rohan, of course. Rohan, what's up, man? I like Rohan. I like his energy. Rohan reminds me of me when I used to be young. I'm actually probably, younger. Just kidding. He goes, what's up, bud? Rohan, you're not having a drink with me and have good questions on this because I'm going to be wrapping up very soon. Any quick questions? You making money on some of the trades? CMG option strangle. Not interested, won't even go in there. Sorry. I'm looking to make the most money out of something. I don't care about options triangle. You want to be that complicated about CMG? I buy CMG up and down. When you see my alerts, buy it, you're going to make 20 points. All of you who have been with my service know it. Options triangle, what Rohan is doing is he's being too smart for his own boots. His options triangle is going to work fine if he knows how to do it. But for him to do it, he's going to put some real money in there, which I don't think he's going to. So it's going to be a beautiful strategy, and this is a very important part of trading. He's going to have a beautiful strategy, but it's not going to make him any real money. So what's the point of doing it? Does everyone get that?
Yes.
Exactly. I'm just being straightforward. I'm pretty simple, man. I'm a gold rigger. I want to hit the, you know, I want to, or a wildcatter. I want to hit that well which has the most potential. Same thing about trading. All right. Ask T. Boone Pickens how he got to be worth billions. He's a wildcatter, and that's just the way it is. So options triangles and stuff on a stock that's falling here and there, not worth my time. Next question.
Can you show Amazon chart?
Yes, it's right here. So Amazon chart on a daily KBOT is absolutely fantastic. I'm showing you the basic internals. The full stochastics heading higher. No questions about it. It's a safe date. You can go out with him. All right. Just don't tell your husband. I'm just kidding. And then all buy volumes. Simple stuff you look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of straight out buying. Institutional buying. You're talking about 4 million shares a piece. Hello. I can't do that. The Saudi king can do that. Trump can't do that. The Saudi king can do that. Putin can do that. 4 billion shares a day. Done deal. Look at the beautiful pattern. Look at the beautiful pattern. I have these trend lines drawn, right? These are multiple zones of consolidation. We could go as low as 940. We came as low as 950. And we bounced hard. So what's the immediate reaction high? Can somebody tell me that? Because it's already drawn there. The white line. I'm not going to wait for an answer. 1010. Now, is it possible the stock slips and burns and tests the 50 moving average, the red line? Absolutely. As long as it doesn't break the 952 level right here, right there. That's a major support and a breakout line right there. Remember, we bounced off hard off this back on June 15. We bounced off hard off this on July 3rd. This to me, I am looking at pattern. I am just simply looking at a pattern. See the pattern? The drop and the rise. The rise will be capped at somewhere around the 1010 vicinity. That's what I'm shooting for. So it's definitively on a swing basis a very positive chart. If you look at it on an hourly basis, of course, there's going to be more noise. And I have drawn the channels, right? Look at that downtrend channel. Remember, these are from the daily chart, so forget these lines, except this high line. I had said Amazon was go 1020 months ago. Well, not months ago, 2 months ago. It hit 1017. So looking at this here, it looks quite likely you're going to hit a road bump around 999, right? 999 was where the sellers came in. But once it breaks that, you're looking at 1010. That's it, max, in my opinion, for Amazon. Amazon Prime Day means nothing to me. You know, Rohan said Amazon Prime Day, exciting. I didn't spend a single dollar on Amazon Prime Day, just so you know, because my big dollars are spent on specific stuff that my son gets on the car stuff from Amazon. Okay, and I get on the technology side. That's pretty much what I spend money on Amazon. Except I got something that I highly recommend to all of you. Anyone remember what Crocs are?
got Croc shoes.
You know, Crocs, the rubber slippers.
Right, the shoes.
The shoes, except Crocs is no longer as ugly and disgusting as it looks like the old way. They have Crocs sneakers, and I walk with my dogs a lot. They look very cool. They look like my Armani sneakers. They're blue. They're $29.99, and I will push it. They're the best thing ever that I got. I can walk like 20 miles on these, and my feet are going to be like, "Hello, I like you." They look like nice slip-ons. They're not sneakers. They're like slip-ons, right? So go look for those Crocs slip-ons. Believe me, best. That's actually not a suggestion. That's an advice. Go get one. Okay, especially if you're on your feet a lot, then you'll definitely like it a lot. So that's pretty much it. So Amazon is looking good. The SOXL is looking fantastic till about here. Like a docksider for your boat? No, Michael. I'm smart enough. I don't own a boat. I have friends with lots of boats. So I go on their boats. And I enjoy it a lot. Trust me. I got 2 minutes and I got to do something. Guys, I got to sign up because I got to do a mobile deposit for a pretty fat check with Capital One. And I just realized I have 2 frigging minutes left to do that. Guys, it was fantastic to have you. Let's do this together. You know what I'm saying is right. I am learning every day as much as you guys are. I'm just learning in a more advanced level. So stick with it. Let's do it. We are not in the midst of anything. Trump is not getting impeached. Things are going to be okay. We will get the tax reform done. The healthcare bill is a fuzzy-duddy deal. It's going to take time. In the meantime, the markets will go where it wants to, higher for now, till the levels that I post, which I've mentioned many, many times, is basically this level here, which is 24.38 on the E-minis, comes to roughly 24.43. I'm sorry, 24.43, yes, on the S&P 500. You can make a lot of money till then. On that point, they will slap the market. So that's it for now, and have a great evening, guys. I gotta go.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Frank.
Anytime. Sue, thank you for coming in.